in Samual 20. And Daud fled from Naoth in Ramah, and went and said to Jehunathan, What have I done? What is my lawlessness? And what is my sin before your father, that he seeks my life? And Jehunathan said to him, Far be it, you are not going to die. See, my father does no big matter nor small matter without disclosing it to me. And why should my father hide this matter from me? It is not so. But Daud swore again, and said, Your father knows well that I have found favor in your eyes. And he says, Do not let Jehunathan know this, lest he be grieved. But truly as Yahuah lives, and as your being lives, there is but a step between me and death. And Jehunathan said to Daud, Whatever your desire is, I do it for you. And Daud said to Jehunathan, See, tomorrow is the new month, and I ought to sit with the king to eat. But let me go, and I shall hide in the field until the third day at evening. If your father misses me at all, then you shall say, Daud earnestly asked my permission to run over to Beit Lakem, his city, for a yearly slaughtering is made there for all the clan. If he says thus, It is well, your servant is safe. But if he is very displeased, then know that he has resolved to do evil, and you shall show kindness to your servant, for you have brought your servant into a covenant of Yahuah with you. And if there is lawlessness in me, put me to death yourself, for why should you bring me to your father? And Jehunathan said, Far be it from you, for if I knew with certainty that my father has resolved that evil is to come upon you, then would I not make it known to you? And Daud said to Jehunathan, Who would make it known to me? Or what if your father answers you sharply? And Jehunathan said to Daud, Come, and let us go out into the field. And they both went out into the field. And Jehunathan said to Daud, Yahuah Allahim of Yisharal be witness. When I search out my father sometime tomorrow or the third day, and see if there is good toward Daud, and I do not send to you or disclose it to you, so let Yahuah do so and much more to Jehunathan. And if it pleases my father to do you evil, then I shall disclose it to you and send you away, and you shall go in peace. And Yahuah be with you, as he has been with my father. But show me the kindness of Yahuah, not only while I still live, so that I do not die, and do not cut off your kindness from my house forever. No, not when Yahuah has cut off every one of the enemies of Daud from the face of the earth. And Jehunathan made a covenant with the house of Daud, saying, Yahuah shall require it at the hand of the enemies of Daud. And Jehunathan again made Daud swear, because he loved him, for he loved him as he loved his own being. So Jehunathan said to him, Tomorrow is the new month, and you shall be missed, because your seat shall be empty. And on the third day, go down quickly, and you shall come to the place where you hid on the day of the deed, and shall remain by the stone Etzel. And let me shoot 3 arrows to the side of it, as though shooting at a target, and see, I shall send the youth, saying, Go, find the arrows. If I expressly say to the youth, Look, the arrows are on this side of you, get them and come, then, as Yahuah lives, there is safety for you and no concern. But if I say thus to the youth, Look, the arrows are beyond you, go your way, for Yahuah has sent you away. And as for the word which you and I have spoken of, see, Yahuah is between you and me forever. And Daud hid in the field. And when the new month came, the king sat down by the food to eat. And the king sat on his seat, as at other times, on a seat by the wall, with Jehunathan standing, and Abner sitting by Shaul's side, but the place of Daud was empty. But Shaul spoke not a word that day, for he thought, It is an accident. He is not clean, for he has not been cleansed. And it came to be the next day, the second day of the month, that Daud's place was empty. And Shaul said to Jehunathan his son, Why has the son of Yishai not come to eat either yesterday or today? And Jehunathan answered Shaul, Daud earnestly asked my permission to go to Beit Lechem, and he said, Please let me go, for our clan has a slaughtering in the city, and my brother has commanded me to be there. And now, if I have found favor in your eyes, please let me get away and see my brothers. That is why he has not come to the king's table. Then the displeasure of Saul burned against Jehonathan, and he said to him, You are a son of a perverse, rebellious Asha. Do I not know that you have chosen the son of Yishai to your own shame and to the shame of your mother's nakedness? For as long as the son of Yishai lives on the earth, you shall not be established, you and your reign. And now send and bring him to me, for he is a son of death. And Jehonathan answered Saul his father and said to him, Why should he be put to death? What has he done? At that Saul hurled a spear at him to smite him. Then Jehonathan knew that his father had resolved to put Daud to death. And Jehonathan rose up from the table in the heat of displeasure, and ate no food the second yom of the month, for he was grieved for Daud, because his father put him to shame. And it came to be in the morning that Jehonathan went out into the field at the time appointed with Daud, and a small youth was with him. And he said to the youth, Now run, find the arrows which I shoot. As the youth ran, he shot an arrow beyond him. And when the youth came to the place where the arrow was, which Jehonathan had shot, Jehonathan called out after the youth and said, Is not the arrow beyond you? And Jehonathan shouted after the youth, Make haste, hurry, do not stand still. And Jehonathan's youth picked up the arrows and came to his aduni. But the youth knew not a speck. Only Jehonathan and Daud knew of the matter. Then Jehonathan gave his weapons to the youth and said to him, Go, take them to the city. And as soon as the youth had gone, Daud rose up from the south side, and fell on his face to the ground, and bowed down 3 times. And they kissed one another, and they wept together, but Daud more so. And Jehonathan said to Daud, Go in peace, since we have both sworn in the name of Yahuah, saying, Yahuah is between you and me, and between your seed and my seed, forever. Then he arose and left, and Jehonathan went into the city,